In the past, I was working with a company as their Android developer, and suddenly their iOS situation changed and they wanted me to take over both platforms. So basically, I would become the whole mobile team. The problem wasn't that I couldn't do it because I know native iOS and it's because I'm shipping indie apps on this platform a lot. The problem is that they treated this like a small scope change. And when I asked for the rate to match the new responsibility, the vibe of the conversation was like, bro, you're just sending prompts to the AI. And that's the first time I felt how AI can change the people's vision about the developer's value. It's not like the AI replaced me, but it made the work look cheaper from the outside. And honestly, that's kind of wild, because I'm not against AI, I use it every day, and at this point, I'd probably feel slow without it. But the more I use AI, the more I realize it doesn't make software simple, it just makes the first part feel simple. And that's where the people get tricked. You ask for something, the code appears, and suddenly it feels like the hard part is done. But a lot of the hard part in software doesn't show up immediately. It shows up later when you have to change the thing you built, when you have to understand why it behaves in a certain way, or when someone else has to open the project and continue from where you left off. So from the outside, AI can make everything look like it's moving fast, but underneath you still need someone who knows where it's going. I saw this very clearly when I had to look through some AI generated code written by someone who wasn't really a developer. I mean, it was rough, not because AI is bad, but because if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know when the AI is making a mess. You just keep prompting until something works, and then someone else has to deal with it later. In this case, that someone was me. And the funny thing is that I kept seeing shorts making fun of this exact thing. Like, companies don't need developers anymore, they need vibe code cleaners. And that's exactly how it feels. Someone prompts their way into the codebase and then a developer has to come and clean up. And this is where the whole AI is making developers cheap idea starts to feel backwards to me. Because if you know how to use AI, you can move faster, but that doesn't mean that your judgment is worth less. Indeed, I think it's worth more. The value is not in just writing the code anymore, it's knowing what to replace, what to refactor, what shouldn't go into the codebase, and so on. And that's a real skill. I think the AI is going to make the gap much bigger between people who know how to build real software products and people who just generate code. Because in this era of AI, everyone can build something, and this is not special anymore. The real test is what happens later when the product has to grow and sustain a lot of users. And honestly, for a few days I was pretty annoyed about it, but after thinking about it more, I don't want this to be just a story about losing a client. The truth is, I'm still in an okay spot. I already have a bunch of indie apps live. They don't make crazy money yet, but they bring in around $200 a month, and I recently sold one of them, so it's not like everything depends on one contract. But this situation did make me think more seriously about where I want to put my energy next. I still want to find another contract because I like working on real products, and I still think there's a lot of value in being part of a good team. But at the same time, I don't want to depend completely on one client's opinion of what my work is worth. So for now, I want to keep building my own apps, keep shipping small things, and focus more on YouTube as well. I don't know where all of that leads, but I know that putting more work out there gives me more chances than just waiting for the next client to decide my value. And I think that's the healthiest way for me to look at it. That's why the whole thing felt off to me. It wasn't like I couldn't do iOS, because I could. But up until that point, my role was Android only, and that was the agreement. Then the expectation shifted into me becoming the single developer who is responsible for iOS and Android. And it's not like it was a small adjustment. That's a different role with a different level of ownership, and that ownership has a price. So when the scope changed, I treated it like a new role. They didn't, and that's when the collaboration started to fall apart. That was the main lesson for me, and I know I didn't got exactly replaced by the AI. And the thing is that AI is making developers faster, but it also makes some people way too confident. So the biggest problem is not AI replacing developers, is the people that are misunderstanding what a developer does. Because everyone can generate code, but not everyone can sustain and scale an app. Because a prompt can generate code, but it can't replace judgment. And I think in the long run, the judgment is the expensive part.